Welcome, David Boyle here, and just touching base around Semester 1 Advanced Strength and Conditioning subject. I'll be a lecturer for the unit and wanted to preview you on the semester around the theory, also the practical side of coaching, communication and building relationships with all stakeholders, also developing a CV, applying for internships, finding mentors, and your pathway into the future for a career in strength and conditioning in elite sport. My background, the short version, is a 43-year career in professional sport. In the NRL, NBL, ARU, and 20 years as a board member of the Australian Strength and Conditioning Association. This subject is aimed at furthering your knowledge around planning, periodising, designing, monitoring, and programming for athletes of all ages from all areas of sport. Another goal is to introduce you and build on your coaching philosophy and establishing your own set of values and beliefs. Also your literacy, numeracy, and how we communicate with our athletes, coaches, medical staff, and other members of the high performance team. Picture yourself now, prescribe an Olympic athlete or an Australian Rugby League player, putting together the periodisation program. Can you imagine it now? This is something that we're going to try to focus on very much in our semester. I look forward to it. And that's your high performance team. Multiple layers of different areas of high performance, and you might be able to specialise in it. This subject is affiliated with the ACPE. You have the opportunity to apply for the Level 2 Associate Accreditation. Most of the national sporting bodies require a minimum of this to be able to work in the industry. The ACPE is an incorporated non-profit organisation and is the peak national body for strength and conditioning coaches professionals in Australia. It is internationally recognised as leading provider of education, accreditation, professional development and support to thousands of coaches involved in coaching within the operational and sporting environment at all levels. The ACPE presents lectures Level 1, Level 2 and Level 3 Elite in China, India, Philippines, Poland, Netherlands and Ireland. It also has reciprocal relationships with the UK SCA in the United Kingdom and the NSCA in the USA that gives opportunities for all members to travel and present their research at conferences. As the peak body in Australia, the ACPE aims to ensure and enhance quality assured strength and conditioning coaches are developed. The website provides a platform with resources on every aspect of high performance. This slide showing the front page of the ACPE strategic plan and framework and showing the 4 values of leadership, collaboration and ethical and excellence. Leadership, trusted and respected as a proactive leader in the strength and conditioning industry. Collaboration, work positively with allied organisations. Ethical, responsible, transparent and accountable. Excellence, ensuring world-leading practices in strength and conditioning. For those of you that have ambitions and are passionate about working in high performance sport, or even going further and picking up coaching positions here in Australia and overseas, this is the pathway or framework to the elite level. You've completed your Level 1 and you'll be able to apply for the Associate Level 2 accreditation if you pass this subject. Just a note on the side, if you haven't applied for the ACPE Level 1 accreditation and would like to, reach out to Nat, India or myself. We'll help you prepare your application. One essential process that the ACPE instills in with its members is networking and giving back to the association. This process and pathway requirement is at every level. And it means that you need to find a mentor someone you can trust and ask questions to for a period of time, and a mentee, someone you're prepared to help that's at a lower level member. And this is a way of ensuring a high standard of excellence is maintained. This slide highlights some attributes provided by completing the unit, also their relationship with the 4 assessment tasks that are involved. We understand many of you are under pressure studying 2 or 3 units or subjects and having information overload. However, if you're passionate about coaching in high level sport, it relies on having these elite skills in all areas. And in the real world of professional sport or elite sport, we're on call 7 days a week, 24 hours a day. So your second assessment task includes a 60-hour work integrated learning placement. This is where you'll be exposed to high performance teams and provide an opportunity to learn how the evidence-based theory is communicated to our athletes. And this is part of the assessment task. Is it or is it not? India Rose has worked hard to find host organisations for most of you students. However, we'd like to challenge you to find your own host organisation between now and the start of the semester. Your comeback might be, where do I start? Step 1, start developing your values and beliefs. Write them down. The ACA strategic plan highlighted 4. Step 2, reflect on the coaches, teachers that you've had to date. What values and traits did you like and those that you didn't agree on? Were they empathetic, caring, knowledgeable? Were they good communicators, honest, trusting and respectful? Curriculum vitae or resumes. A CV is an essential document when applying for a position in any organisation. You've just got to continually update them. India Rose has developed a template for anyone that doesn't have one. These will be posted on Canvas, or you can ask for one and we can send it out to you by email. And there's also a template for the host organisation. These are these literacy and numeracy skills that we need to be able to produce and communicate if we want to be successful, not just in coaching sport, but in any job we want to go for. So Phil Coles, we put this together as an example of where you could end up with dedication and hard work. Phil Coles grew up on the Central Coast. He is one of hundreds of Australians working overseas. We have many over in the NBA and other areas, England, in the rugby, China, coaches, over in the Netherlands, plenty. So Phil is MBA qualified, executive leader. He's ESSA accredited, ACA accredited, APA physiotherapist. Interesting, he's had 20 years in the high performance industry. Currently, he's the Executive Director of Performance at Boston Celtics. Previous to that, he was the High Performance Coordinator at Football Federation Australia, here, 2 Sports. Before that, he was Director of Performance Department at San Antonio Spurs, another NBA franchise, and he did very well. And then Medical Services at EPL. Director of Medical Services at Newcastle Knights. There's a 4th one. Physiotherapist, another EPL. Working in the physiotherapist in the Eagles. His full presentation can be found on the ACA website. It's in 8 parts. So if you're not a member of the ACA, let us know and we can take you through it and get your membership going. It's worth your while. So Phil goes on and talks about his core values. And his presentations around keys to transferring between sports. And what he feels is most important in his career, and who's going to argue with it, understand your role. Maintain your core values. Understand what your role is. It seems simple, but you've seen that HP, the NRL organisational chart, 13 positions. They're all accountable. We've got to work as a team. And also, Phil talks about his willingness to adapt and keep learning. So important. Now, Phil talks about his core values, and he's labelled 6 there. And he starts off with being integrated. His interpretation of it is work as a team with coaches, medical staff, and high performance and athletes. Evidence-based. All programming needs to be evidence-based. Process-driven. If you don't follow processes, you won't find what areas require improvement or what is working and what isn't. We all must be accountable to the team, to the club, to the sport, and to our athletes. If our area of expertise isn't working, we're letting the team down. Phil then cites practical. Every area of high performance has to be practical. He talks about working with the talent you have. And you can't work with the talent you have if you don't have a great relationship with your coach and the players. He also talks about it being enjoyable. Think when we were kids and we were playing sport, we wanted to be with our mates and we wanted to have fun. Nothing changes at the top. It's just that the prize and the victory means so much more. We mentioned framework and processes. This particular one is the framework and processes for an NRL decision-making process. And we'll go through it a bit more when we're in the semester. However, these framework and processes were developed and through a research study on decision-making by coaches and high-performance managers, where we interviewed 6 head coaches and 8 high-performance managers, a series of questions, and also asked them what they thought about this and got their opinion, and we developed this process. Everything needs frameworks and processes. Important. So, challenge yourself. Write down your coaching philosophy and save it. Look at it in 5 years, 10 years. It's a working document. And put together or update your CV. Apply for a wheel placement, an internship, or membership just for practice, just to improve your interview skills and your other attributes that you'll be able to do from PER3105. Feel free to contact Nat, India Rose, and myself anytime, 7 days a week. I look forward to working with you and all the best.